Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to So You're Being Hunted, episode 573. So, back here of course on the same map as the last episode, just going to be doing another podcast style episode today, because once again I've got something on the brain that I just kind of want to talk about because I think it's very, very interesting and all that. So, hope you guys out there are all, doing well and all that. It's a Friday afternoon as I'm going to record this, work is done for the day, and of course, with it being nice and warm here in the UK at the moment, I thought, what better thing to do other than to shut myself inside and play video games? Namely, do some recording this episode, and maybe, I don't know, maybe even do some other recordings if time permits, or if there's anything else that particularly takes my fancy and all that. So, you know how I sometimes start these conversations off where I talk about my YouTube viewing habits and all that. Well, that's what we're going to be doing again, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be sort of starting on that kind of topic. And, so, you know me. I'm a fan of the Danganronpa franchise. I've talked about it before, not just in my Danganronpa related series, but also here on So You're Being Hunted. I've sometimes talked about it. But I recently came across an interesting video on YouTube, and this was something that I was completely unaware existed, and the first time I saw it I was like, oh my god, what the hell is that? But it was a really interesting video, and I'd wholeheartedly recommend it if you're into Danganronpa, or indeed if you're just into sort of crazy stuff on YouTube in general. Maybe this would be something that interests you. But there's a channel out there called Nick Robinson, and one of the videos that this guy on this channel did concerned a dude by the name of Tobin Jacobs, who is an American guy. I believe he's about 21 years old, something like that. Lives in California, and, if you're a Danganronpa fan, you may well have heard of this guy. You may well be familiar with the name. You may well immediately know what it is I'm about to talk about. And so, let's just say, this guy, Tobin Jacobs, he has a presence on TikTok, I believe. Not that I haven't seen any of his TikTok videos, but according to the video I watched, he's present on there and he uploads content on there. But basically, in his house, he creates these crazy paper cutouts of various anime characters and plasters them all over his house. And there's one character in particular who he really likes, and it happens to be Sayaka Maizono from Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And, my god, watching this video by Nick Robinson was something. I mean, you see the thumbnail of it and you immediately think, oh my god, this guy clearly is some slightly deranged weeb who is a bit over-obsessed with Sayaka Maizono. And sure, it's understandable why you might sort of take that impression. Like I say, when you see images, maybe I'll, if I get an opportunity, I'll overlay some images on this video or something. But, no, it was just a really interesting video because I suppose really more than anything what it kind of illustrated was how sometimes we can be very quick to judge as human beings. And, I was kind of guilty of this because when I first started seeing pictures of this guy's house with all this crazy fucking Sayaka Maizono paper cutouts and pictures that he just plastered all throughout the house, my immediate first thought was, oh god, is this healthy? But you know what? As you watch that video, you start to think that, okay, the guy in question, Tobin Jacobs, he's not unhealthy and he's not hurting anybody. And actually, you do start to wonder, is his obsession really just with Sayaka Maizono, or actually, is he just really, really into arts and crafts? And in some ways, is this kind of like an art thing? Because Lord knows, whilst it's weird, it's not necessarily harmful, and there's nothing necessarily negative about it. It's just really fascinating. And towards the end of that Nick Robinson video, he does come out with something which is quite profound, I guess, and true, really, which is that, he knows that people will find what he does weird, the way he decorates his house and rooms in his house with all these crazy fucking printouts and paper cutouts and things like that. But he kind of embraces it and thinks, I'm doing this because people find it entertaining and it gets people talking. And plus, you know, to him it's a bit of like an art statement. And he sort of comes out with this message at the end, which is that, you know, I'm comfortable with who I am, and I know I'm not hurting anybody, and that, you know, this is completely harmless, which it is. And therefore, you know, why would I hide that aspect of myself away? Because, you know, hiding away your true self is not healthy for you in the long run. And you know what? Credit to him. That's a good message. And, you know, you watch the video, you see what this guy's like, and you think, okay, he's eccentric, but he's actually, I don't know, he seems like quite a nice guy. And the most important thing, of course, is that he's self-aware. He gets that other people probably will look at him and think this is a bit weird. But he then takes the time to sort of reassure you that, you know, it's odd, it's unconventional, but he does it because it's fun, at least in his eyes. He finds it fun. And the thing is, like, he's hoping to maybe sort of one day take this and turn it into a job. So potentially like making commissions, art commissions for people, things like that. Which, you know, power to him. If he can make that happen, that's awesome. You know, follow your dreams, live your dreams and all that. But, yeah, just a really interesting message at the end of it. So I didn't sort of go into that video thinking that I'd come away feeling like I've just heard something really profound, but pleasantly surprised me. So go and have a, you know, look for the video if you haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen. But it's by Nick Robinson. I forget the exact title. It's something like, well, basically if you search Nick Robinson, Church of Maizono, and Sayaka Maizono's name for any surname rather for anyone who doesn't know how it's spelled, it's Maizono. Church of Maizono, Nick Robinson, something like that. It probably will be the first result that comes up. But yeah, it's just really interesting, eye-opening video. And yeah, like I say, it's one of those things where I think it really sort of illustrates to us how we can be very quick to judge people for things which, you know, may seem very unconventional and may seem weird to us. But then you sit down and it's like, it's one of those things, like you say, he's not hurting anybody, nobody's being harmed by this. At the end of the day, he has the means and the resources to do it. It's not like his hobby is coming at the expense of his own well-being, anything like that. So, you know what? Leave him to it. Power to him. Let him do what he wants and all that. It's also quite interesting because his family, who appear briefly in the video, seemed, you know, even if they sort of themselves at first thought it was a bit odd, they actually were supportive of it and they don't really mind him doing it either. Which is, you know, quite heartwarming in a sense, because Lord knows there's many families out there in the world where you have kids who have an interest but their parents discourage it because they personally don't get it or they don't understand it, they find it a bit weird. You know, Lord knows he's not sorry, not him. You know, there'll be loads of kids out there who've suffered from that, and there will be loads of kids in the future who will suffer from that, sadly. But very interesting stuff. The funny thing is, though, the big sort of revelation actually of that video in relation to his family was that his father, Tobin Jacobs' father, is apparently the guy who originally wrote Grease, the play, apparently, back in like the 60s or whenever it was. So it was kind of crazy to think that some of the wealth that he earned from writing the original Grease has finally found its way, many, many years later, to being funneled into a sort of anime/Danganronpa related hobby. Curious that, isn't it? Very strange. By the way, apologies if you're hearing some background noise. A couple of things going on at the moment. You can probably hear my fan in my little office/computer room. It's because obviously, like I say, it's warm here. Apologies also if you just heard what sounded like a vehicle, heavy vehicle moving outside, because I think there's been like a sort of utility truck doing something with the pipes, storm drains or something, just going up and down every so often. So you might well have been hearing them sucking friggin' stuff out of the pipes or whatever. But, I don't know, they seem to have quietened down now actually, which is pretty good. And you probably just heard me sipping something there. Got myself a nice cold drink to stave off this coming summer heat. Nice alcohol-free mojito that I got from my local supermarket. Lemon and lime flavoured with a hint of mint. Very delicious. especially when it's ice cold. Well, you know what I do need to get, though? Which I don't have. I need to get, like, an ice cube tray. Because I don't have a way of actually making ice cubes. But come to think of it, I would love to have, like, an ice cube tray that I can just fill up with a bit of water, bang it in my freezer overnight. And, you know, when I'm having a nice cold drink like that, I can just get a few ice cubes into it. Nice and refreshing, really cool it down. Because, you know, when it's summer and it's hot, that's what you want. You want ice cubes in your cold drink. You want it to be so cold that when it hits your throat, it just has that nice, refreshing tang to it, to put it that way. Alright, let's see if we can get this here thingy bobber. This here doodad. Device piece, that's the word I'm looking for. Right. Okay, I'd probably... God, did I put enough time on that thing? I don't know if I did. May have to put a second one down. Not sure. Oh, I might just be able to make it round in time. I can still hear it tick-tocking in the background. Faintly. Yeah, it's still going. We did it in time. Don't you worry. Hopefully they'll go off in that direction. They won't try and loop round the lake from the direction I've just come from. Oh, careful. Okay, it's going to go off any second. Okay, they're going the right direction. That's good. Keep the rocks between myself and them. And that's how you do stealth in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely jubbly. Okay. Just thinking what else is on my mind at the moment. Other than that, you know, other than obviously that video that I mentioned a moment ago. I mean, you know, I suppose if we're going to talk a bit about anime-related subjects, maybe I could talk about my anime viewing habits lately at the moment. But then again, maybe that's a topic for the next episode, something like that. Who knows? Yeah, I might save that for the next episode, so I'm not jumping the gun and all that. Sounds about right to me, doesn't it now, ladies and gentlemen? But yes, like I say, it's mainly just been work today and all that for me. Been steadily marking through dissertations, freaking 10 to 15,000 word papers. I've actually made good progress on those. I've only got one remaining and I've already done about half of it. Oh, those people buy it. I see that final device piece in there. I wonder if it's a big one or if it's a little one. So if it's a little one, we could probably just get into our inventory straight away, couldn't we? And take it with us. Let me just do some management over here, if I can. Do you want that there? What if I move that there? Move that there like that, maybe? Not really been using my map of the islands, actually, have I? Let's put that on 30 seconds, stick it down there. There we go. Then we'll loop into the old woodland, like so. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's the dog I'm hearing over there. Should probably keep moving, really. Because otherwise they might be attracted over by the sound of the alarm clock. Oh, bloody hell. Well, they're all over there as well, which is not ideal. Where are you going to go? That is the problem, isn't it? This is a bit of a dangerous one, I do think. Gonna have my bottles at the ready in case I need to use them. That's gonna pull a lot of fucking enemies, that is. Because they're all coming for it. Well, as long as they don't see me, we should be okay. God, this was a dangerous manoeuvre on my part, but I'm pissed, that better not attract attention. Shoot, just fucking go for it. Oh, no you don't. Oh, fuck, it's a big one, are you kidding me? Shoot, need to just fucking deposit these toy trains, don't need them. Right, hold on, I've got an idea. Shit, that's not the button I needed. Take that back. Before you get attracted over. Right, can we make some space for this bad boy? We might just be able to, if we're clever about it. Here we go, take all. Shit, it's not. Right, discard. Take. There we go. That's how you do it. Sometimes you just have to do a little bit of inventory management, ladies and gentlemen, if that means throwing a few things away, then that's good. Shit, is that dog right behind me? It better not be. I'm just going to pull them off over there. Go. Oh, there's another guy there. Oh my god, they're fucking everywhere, these assholes. It's funny how Sir's robot spawn rates kind of work like that, isn't it? They're all just sort of... Sometimes it's like they all cluster around particular areas where you're trying to be. I mean, it's understandable. Device pieces always have guards around them, things like that. And we have picked up a fair few device pieces, so naturally you know, the robot spawn rates are going to be a bit higher than otherwise they would be. So then again, I don't know what I'm complaining about. You know, pretty normal and all that. What are you guys fucking doing over there? You're buggering around. Well, not that it matters to me, because I'm going to be safe and sound over here, where you guys can't fucking get at me. And I can always pause the game if need be. Get in there. There we are. Alright, time to wrap up here, I think, ladies and gentlemen. So that was episode 573 of So You're Being Hunted with me, General Red Strategist. And as I crouch here, hoping that I'm not discovered by the robots, Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is, of course, always appreciated. You can actually hear the sound of the fucking utilities truck outside again, and if you can hear that, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, goodbye, everyone. This is not Fallout. It's a completely different game. Oh, can I speed? No, I can't. Can't go. Oh, but I love the scenery, though. Look at the scenery! How gorgeous it is! I think I'm definitely going to wishlist this game on Steam once I'm done with this. It just looks really awesome. Interesting. I'm scared of nothing, huh? Uh-oh. Oh, Lady Floors. I have what you want right here. Still interested? Yeah, buddy. Of course I am. Then talk to my friends first. Okay, I'll talk to them and I'll beat the shit out of them like I did everyone else. Thank you. Watch out for the L. Okay, luckily the L disappeared. Oh, there's another one. Two of them, in fact. Oh, look at that freaking flank hit. Oh, God. I need to watch out for that guy. Crap. Do I not have ammo? I don't, do I? Because I freaking used it all before.